Eugenie, how pleased are you about today?
I'm happy. I think it was very solid and consistent from beginning to end.
Eugenie, how are you just kind of feeling as the season starts? Obviously, pretty good stuff in Auckland, and it seems like things are kind of coming back and feeling confident on court again. So just kind of what's it like being on court these days?
I'm really enjoying it on the court, and I feel like I've done some good improvements in the last couple months, and I've been very solid in my matches last few tournaments, and just enjoying the training and enjoying the matches. That's the most important thing, because I've definitely had moments where I didn't enjoy it so much, so I really love being out there.
So is that what you would say is the biggest difference between this beginning of 2019 and the past season?
Yeah.
Is there also something else from a technical point of view?
Well, I mean, I've had tough moments in the past year for sure, tough injuries, and when you lose early, it's less fun, of course. But when I feel like I'm improving, and you feel like specific things that you're taking a step in the right direction, when you can feel like concrete improvements, I think that's really motivating. And I try to apply what I'm doing in practice in the matches, and I love my team, I love the people around me, and so it makes the grind of the tour, less tough and a little more enjoyable.
Did you change your service motion a little bit?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Can you elaborate?
Well, what do you think I changed?
I think your hand, the right hand, kind of goes up a bit later, and then you just hit the ball with the racket that starts from a bit lower. Okay. Yes? No?
Well, one thing I worked on was having a lower toss because my toss would throw off my timing. And, of course, in conditions like wind and stuff, it's definitely trickier. So that's something I've been working on since I started working with Mike.
You talked about the grind of the tour. Like, when you are struggling and when you have injuries and things like that, what's the toughest part of kind of turning it around?
Yeah, I mean, I had some low points in 2018, and it was tough, and you just have to keep going. And I knew deep down that I still believed in myself and my game, and still relatively young, so I know I still have a little bit of time to play tennis. So I decided, let's just give it everything right now and see what happens. But there were some very tough moments last year for sure, but I'm proud that I stuck through them and turned my season around, and which has enabled me to start well this year as well.
Eugenie, at what point did you become aware of who you might play in the second round?
The moment the draw was done.
And how do you feel now that it's materialized?
Well, it was not something I was thinking about, of course, because we all know anything can happen in tennis. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. This is why we play the big tournaments, to play the best players.
Eugenie, when you look back at yourself as a competitor and how you've kind of changed over time, what have you found is like the best motivator for you? Like, for some players it's anger, for some players it's pure ambition, I don't know, like hunger. What like triggers for you your best tennis?
I mean, before today I was so nervous, and I told my coach, and he was like, it's good, it means you care, it's normal, and you actually want to feel that, because if you didn't, then why would you be here? For me, it's this never achievable goal of perfection or trying to play as well as I can play. I just want to challenge myself to see, how well I can play on the court, and that helps me stay process oriented and focus on, tactically what I need to do in that match right there. And it makes me enjoy it and challenge myself. Okay, like, how good can I play? So that's kind of always the goal.
Eugenie, Serena was just in here a while ago, and she said that the thing she admires the most about you is that you never give up, and even if people write you off, you keep proving them wrong. I'm just wondering, what are some of the things that stand out the most to you when it comes to Serena? If there is anything that you do admire about her, what would it be?
If there's anything. Well, it's a long list. I mean, I think she's, the greatest ever. So it's just so cool that I'll be able to share the court with her, and an opportunity to see how I compare to one of the best players. I mean, her ranking is top 20 right now, but to me, she's always basically number one. I mean, I admire, obviously, the longevity of her career, her dominance over such a long amount of time, how she's come back so many times from injury, pregnancy, etc. I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much and put her on too much of a pedestal because I have to play her in 2 days, but I love her.
And Jeannie, just going back to that competitive question and your ambition of wanting to see how good you can possibly be, do you see that connected at all to kind of how you've shown throughout your career the ability to, on any given day, on a big stage against the best names in the game, that seems to summon some of your best tennis? Do you feel like that's connected? Like when you're standing there in the tunnel, I want to see if I can go toe to toe.
I think that's definitely part of my mindset, and it's what I train for. So those big moments in the past are what I've enjoyed so much in my career, and I have been able to raise my level in those pressure situations and against top players, and it's something I want to continue to try do better. But yeah, I mean, this is what we train so hard for. These are the moments, so you actually have to really force yourself to enjoy it.
I'm from Dutch press, and Canada's playing the Netherlands in Fed Cup in February. I was just wondering if you're looking forward to that as much as some of the Dutch players are.
I haven't decided if I'm playing yet. My team and I are going to evaluate after the Australian Open.
Jeannie, I think I saw recently someone online was trolling another player, and then you went and said, dude, come to my page, or something like that. Just wondering, because you are active on social media, I'm sure you get so much of everything, positive and negative. How has your relationship with kind of your online following changed, and how do you deal with the negative stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's good and bad to social media. I think over the years I've learned to emotionally distance myself from it more. I see it as fun. I see it as a place to joke around, and I really try to not take anything too seriously, the good stuff and the bad stuff. But yeah, that comment, I mean, it was just so familiar to me. I was like, this is what I see in all my comments. Why? I don't think Caro needs to be told that, but can always be self-deprecating a little bit.
Talking about the next match, but even in general, given that it's Serena and today she played in the day session, and there is a chance it could be a night match, are you more of a day person or more of a night person? Like, do you prefer a match that is kind of a big match to be at night where you have to go through the day, or just get it over with during the day?
Well, as a person, I'm definitely a night owl. I love to sleep in and stay up late. So, but in tennis, I mean, we can't really control, and we're scheduled at all times of the day. So I try to not, care or like one thing too much. Of course, there's always something special about a night match, and it has that extra kind of excitement. But tennis is so unique compared to other sports where you have to be ready to play at literally any time of the day. So I try to stay focused on that.